Conspiracy, Mare Zimbabwe. Welcome to our channel, Zim Confessions and Deep Secrets. Kanakariki utanga ukuya paneno channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. Subscriber. Don't forget to comment and share this video. Nasi Mare Zimbabwe takuigira inyaya kupisa nyaya kunetsa nyaya ya Prophet Walter Magaya avo varukunzi Dr. Travo ravakatora the University of South Africa hanzi ndere fake tofunga takaona the UNISA ichitaura iyo ichiti they are going to take legal actions against Magaya Mare Zimbabwe. Zvinomira mushe Magaya vabuda via his church vachitaura ivo vachiri he is going to sue the University of South Africa, posting on an X handle in the name of Magaya church yavo yabuda ichitaura ichiri their leader was calmed by my officials pachikoro ichochi Mare Zimbabwe vakabuda vachitaura vachiti he is not the first one hanzi ivo nemamwe ma popular African figures they were scammed Mare Zimbabwe hanzi so they are going to take legal action against my UNISA officials. Nyaya yabudiswa kuti ZW News vachitaura ivo vachiti prophetic healing deliverance founder Walter Magaya is threatened to drag the University of South Africa UNISA to court. Posting on an X handle in the name of Magaya, his church said their leader was scammed by officials at the institution of higher learning. Dear believers, after further investigations, it has come to our attention that our prophet was scammed. This did not happen to him alone, but also to other popular African figures. We are taking legal action against the UNISA officials involved on that day. This was after UNISA disowned Magaya as their former student, saying he did not acquire any qualification from the institution. Ndo mabuditsiro yatwa nyaya iyi Mare Zimbabwe UNISA yakange yabuda chitaura iyo ichiti Magaya amo muma records avo chinzi Magaya havana kunge vagraduata pachikoro chavo Mare Zimbabwe. Ndofunga pane statement yakabuditswa neUNISA Mare Zimbabwe vachitaura ivo vachiti the University of South Africa notes with serious concern information doing rounds in the public domain as well as in a recent video circulating on social media where it is purported that a certain Zimbabwean national, Walter Magaya, is a graduate of the university. Responding to a media query from a certain international media platform, the university confirmed that based on the information provided by the said media platform, the system of the university could not find any record showing that Mr. Magaya was ever registered or graduated with UNISA. This effectively means that UNISA does not have Mr. Magaya either as a student or graduate. Any certificates he produces which he claims to be from UNISA is or are therefore fraudulent. Subsequent to the issuing of the media response, the university also came across a video clip in the social media domain wherein Mr. Magaya also claims to have received an honorary doctorate from UNISA. The university has never conferred any honorary doctorate on Mr. Magaya and strongly condemns this false claim. We believe that conduct of this nature damages and brings our brand into disrepute, and we reserve the right to take appropriate corrective action. Relevant authorities within the universities have therefore been requested to take the necessary legal action in this regard. Ndo mabuditsiro aitwa nyaya iyi neUNISA Mare Zimbabwe tisingazive kuti munoiona sei.
2012, Walter Magaya. I got to know about Walter Magaya when during the early years of our team on ZimI, we had some new information that came to us. At that time, when I used to just look at Walter Magaya, I used to see innocence. I used to think, well, this guy's just preaching the Bible. Oh my God, this guy seems to be amazing. And that was the time of TB Joshua, who also at one time looked so great because he once prophesied the death of an African president. And so, Walter Magaya has since proven to be an expert in using Christianity to manipulate people for the darkest of things here. And my first interest was on manipulation of women. And when a young lady called Chipo Chakanyuka was killed in Botswana, and they claimed that she had committed suicide in 2014. And then police officers here in Harare were paid money to just kill that story, kill that case. And so from that time, I started digging away a bit deeper and deeper. And then from 2015, when I started working on the gold mafia, and having been tipped by one prophet about one preacher, excuse me, about Hubert Anjo, I I started getting to develop interest in Walter Magaya, particularly due to things that I could see. Number one, I talked about the women. Number two, the fraud, being the investment fraud, stealing from people by claiming that you're giving them stands, and then you never release the title deeds. There are people who ended up dying, elderly men and women who ended up dying without getting their title deeds, who were made to sell their houses, their retirement houses, so that they would get another house that Magaya would give them, that he had used his videos and to claim that he was going to give them better house. I mean, the impact on the well-being of Zimbabweans by Walter Magaya have been huge. I mean, it's not small. It's going to need a whole volume, and I think I'm going to have to publish that. And then there was then later on he started this scam called Aguma, and Aguma was around 2018, 2019, when he started claiming that he's invented a concoction that is going to heal that heals HIV. And by the way, Ulu, the lady who designed Aguma, lives in the UK. She is a herbalist who I personally know, and she had traveled to Zimbabwe hoping to get a market, because Zimbabwe allows the selling of herbs for what they call, it wasn't called Aguma, it was just supplements that people could have to boost their immunity. Her laptop was stolen by Walter Magaya. And while she was attending his meetings and hoping to market her things, I mean, it was so heavy on her that it ended up even affecting her relationship with her husband, because the laptop apparently belonged to her husband. But fast forwards, what Magaya then did, he took that laptop, and then he took the formula, the concoction, he mixed it with other things, and later on, when that thing was tested, the Medicines Authority in Zimbabwe discovered that it had a high level of bacteria that anyone who takes it would just die. That has not been published anywhere. I think it's only on Zimai that we have done a wee bit about it. And then 4 people actually died because of Aguma, and none of the state media have covered it. And having taken Aguma, one of them, a young man who had contracted HIV, within 4 months of him being diagnosed of HIV, he died after taking Aguma. And you and I know that HIV doesn't kill anymore. But him, like a few others, were now taking Aguma because they were believing that Aguma is it's basically it's a replacement of ARVs. If they had just taken those free ARVs that they get from the hospitals and the like, then they would have been okay. They didn't even need to take what this young man had provided them. And matter of fact, they had even sold them. That's the saddest part. So our journalists were on the ground. We managed to tour his properties. We even at one time I've got a container of some of that stuff, and we've done quite a bit on that. But what has that shown us is that the only conviction that the police have prosecuted Magaya for, it relates to marketing that Aguma. They did not convict, they did not prosecute him for actually poisoning people. because the evidence is there, the documentation is there, and anyone who wants to pick this up from our investigation can do so. If you can find the test results, they are there, we can all give you, and you find that people were fed this poisonous stuff that the Medicines Authority discovered is high, the bacteria is high, that it actually kills people. So this is a big scam, and I could talk at length. I want to be